So hi, it's me, Denny Daniel. We're doing a really crazy, insane box opening. We're going to have 10 humans instead of 5. And we're basically having, well, we're almost at the end of the night, so we're having the entire audience, everyone that's left, open up a box opening because we had so many performers today that we couldn't do a box opening until now. So now we are doing the box opening, and as you regulars know, I do this like a 42nd Street shell game, which I remember where they would mix up the shells. So this is my really bad mixing of the shells. And there's no quarter under here, and you don't win anything. So it's just like, oh, you can do it. That would be, then otherwise we won't have 10. Oh, and the scissors. So, and grab a scissor. Excellent. And then, there you go. And grab a scissor. Excellent. And there we go. And grab a scissor. Excellent. That's my dad mixing up. Whoa! Are you confused? You're so confused.
Grab a scissor.
Oh, wait, scissors. Grab the scissors. I'm fired. And grab one.
Guess I read it, round 3.
Yeah, do it. What are you waiting for? How much film do you think I have?
Here, I guess.
Oh, wait, a scissor for you.
This is
It's not.
This is a lot of tape. No.
I know, they pack these things very well. Oh. There you go,
I love that the kids sing.
Yeah.
I think the next box opening will have staff. All the staff will do it. Because we've never done that. We've never had the staff entirely. So, like, what's falling out of your box here?
My mini scarves.
Oh, that's good. Emily just comes apart as well as the box.
Fall apart.
You're coming apart at the seams, woman. What's wrong with
Me
you?
apart, Lisa.
Oh my God! So you both opened up films, and you opened up a Laurel. Oh, so you opened up. This is Sharon. She is brilliant and amazing and helps out with the museum. And she opened up Laurel and Hardy's Hooskow film. That's my first Laurel and Hardy with like a nice picture and everything. Like that's an original. And then you opened up
a film of Arabian music, apparently. It says that on the label.
On the label, and it just writes thanks on there. So let's make sure that that really is, because I don't remember that. But I guess it is.
I guess so.
So there it is, another 16mm film we'll play one time and figure out what it is. There says something there. Oh, 3 soundies.
Soundies.
So these are soundies, and they can't be bad. They have to be good because they're always good. Oh, Jessica, you didn't get to open a new acquisition. Jessica has to do this too. She came all the way from Brazil for this. There you go.
Mr. T.
And then scissors. Dun, dun. Excellent. What did you open?
Lunchroom etiquette.
Lunchroom etiquette. Oh my God, it's so fun for you because you're a teacher. And this is what, so this is perfect for her. She opened up Lunchroom Etiquette, which is one of these short films on how kids should behave in the lunchroom.
And they never do.
No, they never do. And even after this or before this, it was the same. So nothing happened after this film was shown. That is so cool. And tell your name again.
I'm able to tally.
Watch the other film and you'll know who she is. Okay, so what else have we got here? What did you open?
Mr. T. Dynamite magazine.
Oh my God, that's so fun! I can't believe you opened up Mr. T's Dynamite magazine. That's just bizarro. So this is going to be part of our 80s show. We're doing an 80s show.
Ooh, I have an 80s act.
Do you? Mm-hmm. But now you know who's performing at the 80s show. So this is, I had to get something Mr. T, and this was just too silly not to get. So I got this ridiculous Dynamite magazine of Mr. T, which apparently a lot of kids apparently collected Dynamite magazine. That was like a thing. So what did you? Oh, excellent! I'm doing a show at the Film Forum for the movie Stuffed, and we're going to do our taxidermy show.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, so we're doing
I
that.
love taxidermy.
So yeah, go to Film Forum now. It's playing now. And the director is going to be there for three times, and then I'm doing a talk on the 24th at Film Forum. But this is a taxidermy school in, I believe, Nebraska, if I'm not mistaken, the Northwestern School of Taxidermy. So I've been getting all these cool taxidermy things, and I love that this has like all the original letters and everything that they mailed the guy. Like, this is really cool. So now you'll know everything about taxidermy. And I have the entire course actually over there on the table as well.
Yeah, I was looking at
It's
it.
from the 1930s, that one. Okay, so, and then, oh wait, what's your name?
Olivia.
Absolutely.
Olivia, open that up.
And she really wants to be a taxidermist.
Really?
I love taxidermy.
You're kidding?
Yeah, I really
You
like
know, you don't know this, but the regulars in the room know this. 80% of people open up packages that have to do with them. And we noticed the statistic the first year, and we were so like spooked by it. We were like, "What's going on?" But now
haunted in this
she
department.
wants to be a taxidermist. She opened
Yeah,
up the
I did.
And
taxidermy.
the other 20% just don't know themselves well enough.
No, exactly. What are in denial about their taxidermy needs.
I was thinking about soundies, and I opened one with 3 soundies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the 80%. So the other 20%, 10% is random, and 10% are opposites.
Oh, opposites.
Yeah. So Ida opened up the taxidermy, and there's no reason for that. I know Ida very well, and Ida is not a taxidermist.
I just happen to be a fan of the movie Psycho.
Ah, excellent. So that could work.
Taxidermy.
And then. These are really cool and really rare. So these were records that if your husband, your son, your friend was in the army, you would not record a tape. You wouldn't call them on your cell phone. You would record a record. So Pepsi came out with these records that you would mail, or you could just do it for your mom, or somebody, your friend, and record a record. They actually I have these recordettes that they had a booth on the top of the Empire State Building, and a speakerphone recordette, and I have a couple of speakerphones, and you would record a record on this. But this is the one these are the Pepsi ones. Your Man in Service. How cool is that? So these were specifically for Your Man in Service. So this is Louisa. She's a dear old friend for many, many years. And that's such a cool one for you to open. Wow.
Yes, but I'm trying to figure out who's in service. And
I know, right? It's like, maybe.
we all know
maybe
veterans, but
And who's left on opening? Oh, wait, Robert.
I don't know what.
Oh, this is part of my taxidermy show too.
there would be a recording of
So this is a stereoscope slide of one of the famous museums that does taxidermy, and you'll probably know it. I can hardly see it here,
there's nothing on it. Does that mean
and I forget the name.
it would just be somehow sacrificed?
Because I didn't.
But somebody on the internet is blowing that up right now.
Go back.
But that's a really cool one, and that's Robert over there. And who's left? Who's left? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, you opened up more. Like I said, I'm doing a whole show on taxidermy, and everything's showing up. So this is another of the same school
Omaha, Nebraska.
in Omaha, Nebraska. And it's got even some more modern ones. So some of those were from the 30s, but these are even more modern and gives you a whole array of stuff from that school. That's really cool. Oh, and for the camera, what's your name?
Oh, Tricia Murphy.
Yes. And she dressed up perfectly today for this. And then you opened up. Oh, is that the Suffragette postcard?
That it is, yes.
Yeah, I remember it. This is a really cool one. Actual speech at women's suffrage meeting in Omaha, Nebraska. Ironically, and you guys sat next to each other. That's funny. What are the chances of that? We will have what men have. Hear, hear. It may not be much, but we mean to have it. Cheers! If we cannot have it without friction, we will have it with. If we cannot have it through our organizations, we will have it through our combinations or without if necessary. Cheers! We refuse to be poked in the gallery anymore, but insist on being placed on the floor of the house. Prolonged cheers. That drunken loafer in the house says, down with the petticoats. I say, up with the petticoats and down with the pants. And how it flows. That's really cool. And it's funny that the guy opened up the suffragette one. That's excellent. So you're clearly a suffragette. You're a spy.
It was a very interesting
infiltrating.
document because the speech and the style of address
reflects the era of the time.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, and your name for the
Bill
account.
Clayton, Bill Clayton.
So when we have this one displayed in the museum, you'll be like, I opened that one. And then we saved the best for last. Did we? Is there anyone left? No. So what's next? Red skeleton.
Card, right?
For real? Wow, I don't even remember getting this one. But this is a Red Skeleton film, 16 millimeter film. How cool is that? The comedian, Red Skeleton. That's really cool. I must have gotten this a long time ago and not opened it all this time. Because I don't remember getting a Red Skeleton. Does this say anything on this side? Yep. So that's a really cool one also. Oh, and this is Jessica. She came all the way from Brazil to open a package. And now she goes home. So flights tonight. No, I'm kidding. It's not tonight. So that's real. When we show this one, you'll be like, I was the one who opened that one. So that was our rattling through 10 really quickly so that the video doesn't take forever. So we'll say bye to everybody. Bye, everyone.